Hi, I'm Bernie Cooper. I hope you're enjoying Stable Boss. We've got a great offer on hand for you from Luxbet. Sign up using the promo code STABLE150 and you will receive an extra 150% of bonus bets. So put in 1,000, get 1,500 on top of. Sign up soon.
Luxbet odds, Luxbet up with Luxbet.
Well, a trainer with a hot team in this weekend is Steve O'Day. And Steve, thanks for joining us on Stable Boss. Talk about a fantastic team. Is it, 6 runners? 2, 4, 6? Yep. Yeah, 6 and 6 good chances.
Yeah, no, look, obviously this is a meeting a fortnight before the Magic Millions, so majority of these horses are heading towards that meeting. So, you know, outside of our Winter Carnival, Magic Millions obviously $10 million race day. This is you know, probably a biggest date outside of Carnival.
All right, well, let's kick off in race 1, the Provincial Series final. You've got De Harmony, who's been smashing them when they're at the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, no, look, he's been racing really well this time in. He's obviously won 3 out of his last 4. You know, it was a much easier assignment that he had last start, but he was pretty dominant. You know, it was a soft win in the end. You know, strikes, you know, a nice race here with good money. You know, he gets in well at the weights. He's got a good gate in barrier 6, and I think he'll acquit himself really well.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect draw for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he can be a little bit tardy out of the gates, but look, in a big field like this, I'd expect him to sort of be midfield or something like that. You know, as long as the track stays dry. He does have good wet form, this horse, but his first up run on the Eagle Farm track when it was a little bit wet that day, sometimes those meetings that can just be a little bit slippery. And I don't think he had a lot of confidence in the ground that day. So, you know, as long as we have good weather right through to Saturday, you know, he's raced well at the Sunshine Coast, big roomy track like Eagle Farm's only going to suit him. Yeah,
you should love it. You're going to take on Winning Rupert in the Vorogue Plate with Doubt Defying and Candika. Of course, Doubt Defying a good winner here last time out.
Yeah, look, he was a really good winner last start. You know, they only went very steady up front, so his effort to come from midfield was really good. So, look, he's a horse that just continues to improve each run. You know, he's just really learning to put it all together now. So, you know, he obviously jumps, you know, right up in grade to take on, you know, a group like race like this. But, you know, big track, 1,300 metres is going to suit him, and you know, I think he'll be strong on the line.
When you're taking on a horse like Winning Ruperts, I mean, obviously everyone wants to win, but are you going out there thinking it'd be great to run second?
Oh, look, absolutely, and you know, for a horse like him with his sort of profile at the moment, if he was able to do that, you know, you'd be over the moon with his effort. So, look, as long as he hits the line strong, you know, he's a horse that's obviously entered for the 3-year-old Magic Millions. I mean, he has to win a race like this probably to get a run. So, you know, he's got the task ahead of him, but you know, he's fit and well and happy, and you know, he'll run well Saturday.
How about Candika? We saw her here the other day in a very slowly run race. So unusual to see her up outside the speed, 3 deep coming to the turn. She would have got an awful shock.
Yeah, no, look, absolutely. Look, you know, they steadied right up mid-race there, and she, horse on her inside, actually sort of shunted her out 4 wide, and just as that happened, the pace really slackened, and so she kind of just rolled herself forward, you know. So, you know, the effort to sort of roll forward was probably exaggerated when the tempo slowed like it did. So, look, I thought she toughed it out really well. You know, under the circumstances, I thought she was entitled to probably just start to feel the pinch a little bit the last 100, but she was really strong right through the line. I think has only been improved for the run. Couldn't be happier with her work at home, and look, she'll run well there.
Yeah, you know, the race is not going to be slack of pace, that's for sure, with, you know, Winning Ruperts and Nikoni Lagira in this round tie Trelawney. There's plenty of speed.
Yeah, no, look, absolutely. And, you know, Winning Rupert, he's obviously been dominant. He's run fast times and that kind of stuff. But, you know, when they need to just go that little bit further, you know, obviously he hasn't done it yet. Look, there's no questioning the class of the horse and what he's done. But, you know, a lot of times those really dominant sprinters, you know, specialist sort of sprinters, you know, once they get over that little bit further, obviously it's only 100 metres more on Saturday, but he's obviously heading towards the Guineas. You know, like if there's any chink in his armour, I'm sure there's going to be horses there that'll be ready to pounce.
Yeah. Let's move on to the Bruce McLaughlin Stakes. You've got Colossa Mo in, and unfortunately she's come up with 16 out of 16.
Yeah, look, not ideal, obviously, drawing that gate. Just going to have a bit of a talk with the team from Aquis in the next couple of days, just where we go from here, whether we run or not.
Okay.
Look, she's not a big robust filly. I think she could certainly get away with not running. There's Deegan trials on Tuesday. We could just give her a hit out there and possibly not run her again before Millions. But
because she's won 2 races. She won at the coast and she won here as well.
Yeah, that's right. She's got the 2 wins. She's got about 50,000, just under 50,000 in the bank. So
that should get her in.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that would get her a run. So she doesn't need to go around for prize money. And look, certainly don't want her to go out there and probably have a gut buster 2 weeks before Millions. You know, if she was
That's a great position to be in.
No, for sure. Look, you know, it's hard sometimes with those horses that are just on the borderline or they sort of don't have enough money yet.
Yeah.
You're chasing to get into the race, but she's got the luxury of you know, more or less being a short of a start in the race.
So you can either run or not run and have a little trial as you hit out.
Just really do the right thing for her that's going to get her to her grand final or Millions in the best shape we can have her.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, Sir Moments will go around in the buffering quality handicap. Obviously, we're keen to see him back at the races.
Yeah, no, look, really good to have him back. He obviously come back in the spring and we took him to Melbourne. He just had the 1 run down the straight there and look, was really lost that day. Just decided to bring him home and we give him a little break afterwards and look, been happy with him. He's had a couple of jump outs. He had one on the grass out at Aquis Farm and then he had a jump out at Doomben the other day. He was nice and strong on the line. He won that jump out. And
how many starts has he had now?
Oh, he's only in the 20s.
Yeah, lightly raced, isn't he?
24, 25 or something like that.
Because he's had a couple of awkward mishaps, really. He had the one on the walker and
yeah, no, look,
issue.
he had a foot issue, obviously, leading into the winter last year when he was supposed to go towards the Hollandale. He's actually scratched from the Hollandale. And then, the winter before that, obviously, he runs second in the Hollandale and the week before he was supposed to run in the Doomben Cup, he kicked up over the side of the walker. So, you know, they haven't been sort of, you know, typical injury type things.
Not at all.
But, you know, he's another time he come in, was supposed to get ready for Magic Millions last year and he got sick, actually, had to go back to the paddock. So, you know, it's been a frustrating last couple of years for him, but at the same time, Barry's last run, look, he's performed well in every preparation he's had. So, look, you know, he's a bit of the, you know, he's sort of seems like the stable
He's
stalwart.
the elusive white whale.
Well, exactly, but, you know, look, he's a class horse.
He is.
You know, obviously drawn out a little bit on Saturday and got a big weight, so we'll just go back and ride him quiet, which he likes to be ridden like that. You know, if they can run along quick up front, and you know, I've got no doubt he'll be finishing strong on the line.
Yeah. Okay, and let's go to Beatniks. She goes around in the nudgy quality handicap, and she was awkwardly placed at the tail of the field and still getting flattened.
Yeah, no, exactly. Look, nothing really went right for her the other day. You know, a race day only went steady up front. She was sort of back, and when she's tried to improve coming to the turn, she sort of got sandwiched up between horses, which, you know, she's a mare that's not overly confident around other horses. She has sort of got better as she's got older, but, you know, certainly in a situation like that, she wouldn't have been a fan of it all.
No.
So, look, she's 3 weeks now between runs. She's obviously back to the 1200 metres, and look, she run well in the 1200 first up in that listed race. You know, obviously strikes a pretty hot field again. You know, it's probably a harder race again, but she's drawn the 1. You know, won't have to be negative from the gate on her, so hopefully she can hold a position sort of midfield. And you know, hopefully this track plays nice and fair on Saturday. You know, that's obviously going to be helped if we get dry weather. And you know, she's a sneaky chance of running into the placings, I think.
How happy was Kelly Sweeter this morning with 60 kilos and Barry 19?
Oh, look, he's doing a little bit of complaining,
Was
but
he?
as I said to Kelly, they're just trying to make it fair for everyone else.
Thanks for joining us, Steve.
No worries, thank you.
This is an invitation to join Luxbet Club Extra, exclusively to owners and trainers. Join Luxbet today using promo code and receive a match deposit of 150% up to $1,500. Lux Better Odds, Lux Better Up with Luxbet.